Hello, everyone. Welcome to Forcified Entertainment. You know me. I'm Michelle with two L's.
I'm Natalie the Red, and you're watching Force of Light Entertainment.
Yeah, I hope we're coming in good. It's showing my internet. My
It's
internet
struggling.
signal is not very strong in the Force at the moment.
It's not. It could use some encouragement.
It's pretty weak. It may could use some prayers. I don't know.
Yes.
Because right now it is struggling hardcore. What is everyone doing in the chat? Natalie, why don't you talk to the chat while
Hello, chat. How was your manic Monday? Let's see. I don't know how to go up.
You just scroll. You just scroll.
I don't know how to use these things.
There's nowhere to scroll. There, right there.
I want to say hello to Brian. Glad you're here. Share Bear, always good to have you. Griffin Turbo, glad you're with us.
Yeah, we're still blurry on the camera. This is great, everyone.
Rick, hang in there. We're trying to work out these technical difficulties. TD, always good to see you. R to the Iggy. Hello. Then how do you go down?
Guys, I don't know what's going on. The internet is funky because I can see I got on my thing and it's very blurry. Usually this goes away, but this has kind of stayed here for a long time. So I hope this goes away. We are such professionals here at Force of Light. But yes, technical.
We're clearly down with technology here.
Well, I mean, there's nothing we can do about this. Let's see. Try to plug into your router. Yeah, I've never had it go this long.
Nothing like funky internet.
Are we still?
That's right.
Griffin. Are we still blurry?
I think we're getting clearer.
Are we getting clearer? Guys, pray. You need to pray.
No, we're not clear.
We're not clear at all. This is horrible. This is horrible.
Zax, thank you for your comment.
Oh, gosh. Yes, thank you, Zax. Thank you. We appreciate that, guys. We appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to go away or not. Usually it's already gone at this point. It's usually just for a couple seconds here or there that this happens.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Kitty Bear. Crazy Dutch. Oh, I won't say the last word.
Let's see. Hello, TD. Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone that's here. I'm sorry, I'm a little thrown off by our difficulties at the moment.
Glad to hear we sound okay. Wish we looked as clear as we sound.
Yeah.
On internet.
I know. It's really, really struggling. Is it clearing out at all?
Let me see.
No,
now it's frozen.
Now it's frozen. Let's see. Stop camera. All right. Can you guys hear us? Let's see if just giving our camera a break for a second, and there it goes. It's already beginning to go up.
Heyo.
That's what I thought. So let's give it a second, and there we go. There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, and as soon as the camera goes back on, it goes back down to 2.
Well, let's see when we come back on. I'm looking on my phone.
And back to 1.
And back to pixelated.
And it's still blurry. We've never had this problem before. I don't really know what to do at this moment.
It's like it goes clear for a second and then back to blurry.
Yeah. It's struggling. It's really, really struggling.
We hope you all are not struggling like our computer is.
No. Let's go back to this.
We're trying, everybody.
Yeah, we are. Sorry, I want this to get clear before we get going on this. This is horrible.
We are professionals, I promise.
And there it is. I think we're gonna have an issue with the camera tonight. It's like it can get our voices, but it can't. It's struggling. And this has been this has been all I need, guys, to go ahead and up my internet. This level of frustration has sealed the deal for faster internet. That was probably Charter's plan all along.
They'll get you in the end.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go with it. I guess
we'll be pixelated tonight. Change it up.
We'll hope it gets better as we get going. But anyways, guys, it is thank you everyone who's here and who's been bearing with us as we work through these technical difficulties. But yeah, we are here for our discussion of the movie Tremors, the 1990 movie Tremors with Kevin Bacon And we actually, and there goes yeah.
Hey, we're clear.
It'll probably go away. But yes, we are here to discuss. I guess we're just going to be blurry. I don't know.
We look pretty clear on here.
Guys, are we getting clear? The picture's
The
better
picture's
now?
better now.
Okay.
Woo woo!
Yeah, it's because it's showing it's unstable again on my end here. It looks kind of unstable.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not very stable.
Well, guys, we'll just go in and out of being pixelated or not and keep you guessing.
Yes.
It's a fun game tonight.
We may could do this again.
Hello, Tina.
Yes, hey Tina, nice to see you.
Hey, Dominic.
Okay, anyways, guys, we recorded ourselves watching this movie, and we're about to get some help on editing it because we're not it takes a little bit of skill to slice down an hour and 36-minute movie and do all of that needs to be done. So we're trying to get some help with that. And then we'll show you that where we watch this movie. But tonight is just about us discussing our review of the movie after we watched it. We watched it yesterday. So here, we'll go back to us. We'll just try it. It may be pixelated tonight. Whatever. It is what it is. It makes me very unhappy, but I'm going to have to let this one go. Anyways.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, there we are. Very pixelated. Anyways. It is what it is, apparently. Okay.
Hey, snorta poopus. Snorta poppuses.
Okay. So let's get going. Let's
Moving
get going.
on from that, I tried.
Yeah, let's get going to the movie. So, guys, everyone here, I'm guessing you guys are a big fan of Tremors. So let's start discussing some Tremors here. All right. So, I mean, Natalie, what are your takes on this movie?
I think I was thinking of what Drunk 3PO made fun of me. He says, seems like a lot of fun. But in all honesty, this movie was a lot of fun. It was fun. I guess I didn't realize going into it, it's kind of like a comedy first. And well, I don't know how to say that. It's kind of a mix, but it's definitely like very a lot of comedy in it, which I enjoyed.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
You'll probably see in our reaction to watching it the first time when we put that out.
Yeah. And Force of the Pixels. It's really grating my nerves if that isn't obvious at this moment. It's highly ticking me off. And I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do this again for a minute. I'm trying, guys.
Shell, I don't think it's gonna work.
I'm trying. I don't know what else to do here. This camera, it's killing me, guys. It's killing me. The internet. I know it's done this to people before, and it does connect. It's with the camera issue, is what it is. But let's go ahead and read this, and then I'll give you my thoughts. Sorry, guys, this is throwing me off. The rookie critic for the $2 super chat. Tremors frickin' rules.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and this is what I got for that.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And thank you very much for that.
Appreciate
it very much. Okay, let's say just hit it like the fawns. Anyways, I think you guys are saying to give the thumbs up. Okay, so my take on this movie. I really enjoyed it. It was a very simple movie. I would use that word. It's very simple, and sometimes simple is good.
Yeah.
And this was a case of a simple movie. It's an hour and like 36 minutes. It's not overly long, and this movie didn't need to be any longer.
Right.
Like this movie just it's kind of unrelenting. Like it starts
after a certain point.
It starts and it probably takes 15 minutes to get to go, like to 10 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes
to
truly get going with the
Tremors.
Yeah, with the creature that they're dealing with. So it really just kind of hits the ground running, this movie, which I enjoy. And thank you, the rookie critic, for the $5 super chat. We plan ahead the way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained to me, LOL. Well,
Thank you so much.
Right now, we could use some of their handiwork.
Yes, we could.
Become best friends. Yep.
Thank you very much for that. Let's see. I haven't watched Tremors since the 90s. Well, we had never watched Tremors.
Yeah,
so let's get into that.
It's our first time.
Let's get into that. And guys, as you guys know, there's always this one reason to why we've never seen a movie. And that is our brother. It is our brother's fault that we have not watched Tremors, because this definitely falls in the category of a movie that he should have showed us.
He should have known about. I guess he didn't know about it.
I
We'll
don't
cut him a
know.
little slack.
I don't know if he knew about it or not, but
Like I mentioned it to Holly today, my coworker, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I love that movie." You know, she watched it like a ton of times.
yeah, we had never seen it. And thank you, JS, for the $1.99 super sticker.
Thank you very
They're called
much. Graboids.
Graboids. Is that what the creature's called? The Tremor creature? I'm not sure, but
Do you
thank
really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp. I love lamp.
He really does love that lamp, guys.
He does, and thank you for that. Okay, so let's get going in this movie. So we've got Kevin Bacon's character and his partner, his friend, his good friend,
And
who
you
is
guys,
Earl.
that is a bromance if I've ever seen one.
That is a bromance.
I mean, those two are kind of like a partnership.
they really are.
Where one goes, the other goes. They are very. You can tell there's a lot of love there.
And they had some tight jeans on.
They-
and I'm not saying
they
it was a
did.
bad thing, guys.
It was that worked for me.
It did. It worked for me too. That was a nice thing to get. They looked good. We're just gonna leave it there. They looked good.
Young Mr. Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, he looked good. But yeah, so you got these two guys. They're handymen, and of course, as I said, it kind of hits the well. First, you got Kevin Bacon's character, who he finds Rhonda, the college graduate that's out there kind of trying to figure out what's going on. So and okay, that did make me laugh when she had like the sunscreen all
It
over
did,
her nose.
yeah. That was a great one because he's like saying what he wants her to be, like blonde, legs that don't quit, and some other descriptives I won't get into on our channel. But yeah, she was not that, but clearly a pretty girl. But of course, she had the white nose thing on, so you couldn't tell she was a pretty girl.
She did, yeah. So he sees her, so you can tell that he wants to maybe date her at some point. So we get that introduction, and then they go into this town. Was it called Perfect? Is the town Perfect?
Perfection, or gosh, yeah, guys, remind us in the comments.
Yeah,
was it Town Perfection?
And this town, I mean, it's just like, it's not even a street. It's barely even a downtown, man. I mean, it's just like there's like a few houses and a pharmacy.
I mean, you guys, I've seen some westerns, but this made those in the 1800s look like a full city. This was like 3 places. That's the town of perfection.
And Kevin Bacon and his buddy, they want to get out of this town, and who could blame them?
I mean, I'd get out. I'm out.
At some point, I looked
I'd
at
say,
Natalie.
Michelle, let's go.
At some point, I looked at Natalie, and I was like, "How do they make money? Like, how do people make money to live in this town?
How do you live?
Yeah, like how do the people make money to pay Kevin Bacon and him and Earl to?
Yeah, what are they paying them with? Beans?
I mean, I don't know how the economy works in this town. Is all I'm saying here. And David, thank you, David.
David!
The amazing David. Yay, the lovely ladies of Force of Light Entertainment reviewing the incredibly hilarious Tremors, one of my favorite horror comedies. And yes, actually, let me do this, and then we'll get back to what he just.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And that's something I want to point out too, that this
What
is truly a horror comedy.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is kind of a rare thing.
It's fun.
And that's probably why so many of you guys, and I see that after watching it, have like such fond memories of this movie and like it so much, because that's kind of a unique thing. Like usually with horror movies, they're either really unfunny and take themselves super serious, or you're laughing at the movie because it's so stupid. Like that's usually how it goes. So to truly get a horror comedy is, I mean, there's just not many of them in general. Even today, there's just, I can't.
Wasn't Predator a horror comedy?
No, it
I'm
was
kidding.
not a
You guys,
horror
I'm
comedy.
kidding, I'm
It was
kidding.
not a horror comedy.
To me it was.
None of
but
them,
it's-
none of them thought that was
But
funny.
I liked it.
You just ticked off all the fans.
With comedy, you just got to take, it's all about risk,
You ticked off the whole chat. They're out now. You offended Predator.
Chat out.
But yes, it is a horror comedy. And so
And
anyways,
David, I just want to thank you very much. From me to you, we appreciate you. We see you. And in
we
the words
salute
of
you.
ABJ, we salute you.
yes, we do. But Marcos is here. Awesome. Nice to see you. Anyways, so pretty soon we see that they're driving, they're trying to get out of this town, and they see this guy up like kind of on the electric thing, and they go up to get him, and of course he's dead. And they find out eventually he literally just did he die of dehydration or starvation? Dehydration. I believe.
Dehydration.
Yes,
Yeah.
and because of course they don't know why he wouldn't get on the ground, but we know as the audience. At
He
this
was
point.
clever in the fact that I guess he clearly caught on to the fact
They're on the ground.
yeah, these things can't like climb. But then dehydration sets in is the problem.
Yeah, that was the
That
problem.
was an unfortunate fate for that gentleman.
So you've got that they're like, okay, so what's going on here? Then you've got the scene with the sheep farmer. And I mean, man, it gets all the sheep. It takes out the sheep farmer.
They
His
really
head's
went
on the
for
ground.
it. They really went for it. There was no expense on meat to lay out of the flesh. It was a lot.
No, like these people, you see, peace out. Just kidding. But yeah,
Don't go.
and that's the thing about these. And someone put in the chat again. You said the name of the creature. It's basically the Jaws of the desert is what we've got in this movie.
Yes.
Because this movie is definitely inspired by Jaws. It just did its own thing.
Like this thing, whatever you called them earlier in the chat. They have what is it? They have vengeance. They really want to kill every last person.
They do. They're vicious, man.
It's personal. It's very personal.
And it's almost like I don't know if they just are constantly hungry or they kill for sport because like they're never satisfied until they've wiped out everybody. Like they want the whole town gone. And then they want to move on to like Las Vegas. I mean, they're not going to stop. And anyways,
they want world domination.
So what this movie does very well, besides being like I just said, a comedic horror movie, which is kind of rare in itself. You have, let's see, the store owner called them graboids before they ate him. Man, that was a vicious takedown too. When that store owner went down.
Man, and it was like it was the death that didn't end.
Yeah, he just kept chopping.
And like you knew he wasn't gonna make it, but they were gonna keep trying, so it got a little awkward. And then like the close up of his face.
I mean, man, this movie has a lot of deaths because we've already walked through 2 of them. Then you get the couple where like she's like her husband's just getting eaten alive, but she's trying to pull him out.
He said something. I can't remember what it was. No, it was one of the like the policemen or something. Or somebody kind of doubted it. They were like, "Oh no, it's nothing." And I was like, "Oh, if you don't heed the warning, you're gonna." And then it's like the thing gets them. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Yeah, but a lot of deaths. Yeah. And the husband and wife.
And then the wife.
Couple.
Then like when the wife thinks she's outsmarted, it just takes out the whole car. It just goes for it.
Like it had another thing planned.
It did. Like these things are vicious, man.
Backup plans upon backup plans on how to eat these people.
And it, the monster, it's almost like a shark in itself, but then it's got like these snake tentacles that come after you too. So it's like it comes at you from multiple fronts.
This thing is, it's a little terrifying.
It's super intense. So then you've got all those deaths, at which point, and then it's blocked the way for them to get out to get help. So that's what this movie does good. It creates this feeling of claustrophobia.
It does.
Like even though they're out within this open space, it feels claustrophobic because they're stuck. Like they're stuck in this little tiny town and they can't call for help. Like, so basically it's up to Kevin Bacon and it's up to Earl, like to get this, to take care of the situation. And of course they are able to connect with Rhonda, she's like I think she's still in college, I believe it says.
Yeah.
And they figure out that she's the one who figures out that, what are there 4 of them? How many are there? 4 or 5?
Yeah, aren't there 4 original? Yeah, there's 4 because they get the 1, and then there's 3 more, I think.
They get the 1, yes, and then
guys, is there 3 or 4? I think it's 4.
Well, I was saying 4 or 5.
Oh,
there's a lot of them that they have to deal with. They take out quite a few in this movie. Fred Ward was Earl. And what else? I need to look what else he's been in because he looks so familiar watching this movie. 4.
Look at my knowledge.
Yes.
Look at
4.
my movie retention, Michelle.
Okay, so we got 4 here. Yeah, they had 4, and Kevin Bacon and his friend Earl are able to outrun the one, and boom, it dies. And for starters, there is a lot of like quick wit between
Yes.
these two characters throughout the movie, which was very enjoyable throughout this entire movie.
I mean, it's a funny movie.
It
Like, there
is.
was quite a few laughs throughout it.
Like, it's actually because we were recording watching it, I think I would find it even funnier
Yeah.
to watch it a second time, like just relaxing. Because it made me laugh watching it then, but I think the second time there's so many lines, I think you would even
Yeah.
catch up more of the comedy that's in this movie.
I mean, even some of Reba McEntire's lines.
Yeah, oh,
like,
yeah,
just
she
the
was
way
making
she
us
says
laugh.
stuff back. Yeah, she'd make me laugh.
Yes, because good old Reba is in the movie. And so anyways, so they take out the one, and then they find out with, of course, Rhonda that
But wait, there's more.
but yeah, there's more. There's 3 more, and that they got to stay off the ground, and that the things can feel the vibration of when they're moving. So basically, to stay on either rock that they can't really sense them on, and that scene was cool when they take those poles
Yeah.
and they're like, shh, and they keep
Pole
skipping.
jumping or
Yeah,
something?
pole. I don't know if it's called pole jumping,
I
but
mean,
you guys
it
know what we
makes
mean.
sense.
Pole jumping. I mean, that's kind of what it is.
Good old pole jump.
I just want to stop and say as I keep going that I'm just thankful that we've got full Wi-Fi right now. But let's continue.
It is. It's kind of a miracle.
It's a Thanksgiving miracle.
It is.
Yes. So basically, this movie works its way back to the town, this tiny little town,
Of perfection.
and it's kind of like an old Western like standoff. Like they've
Yeah.
got to find a way to outsmart to kill these creatures, because one by one, their hopes of finding a way out to get help keep dying. Like the things are smart and they keep taking out their cars. Like anything that they could possibly do to go get help gets ripped away from them.
Yeah.
And
then that's fun for the viewer.
it is, because you're like, how are they gonna beat this thing?
Not that watching people in fear is fun, but it can take you on a fun ride.
In this case, though,
And I kind of thought, like, well, first of all, I think it's great that many characters lived. It's almost like they got to that core bunch at the end, and I kind of had a feeling they would all make it. And I like that. Happy ending.
yes, and because there are a lot of deaths, but then you get several that
Yeah,
live too.
you get like the A team.
You do. So you get this big standoff, and of course the Tremor, not the Tremors. What did they say they're called again? Guys, it's not something I use a lot.
The graboids.
The graboids, yes. Of course, they take out the floor from under them. I mean, these things just like they're unrelenting.
They are.
And it's like every time,
And it's like visually very gross.
they are gross. They're really gross.
It's one thing like the
Graboids, yeah.
snake type things, but then you see like the mouth and the goo and the
And when these things die, it looks like you dropped a bunch of like pumpkins. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if that's what they did to create the effect, because it's like
I mean, that's
splash
not the worst
pumpkins.
thing.
Um,
Could be worse.
well, it's all orange and kind of gross. But yeah, so, and I want to say too, because I remember people saying this, but I had not seen it. So The Mandalorian season 2, episode 1. Now you see how much Jon Favreau basically made a Tremors episode in Star Wars.
Oh, that's right.
That's
I didn't think about
absolutely,
that.
because you even have a town that's just one street.
That's true.
And you have they have to take care of this creature that comes up from under the sand and torments
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, Jon Favreau straight up, I don't know if we want to say inspired or copied Tremors.
yeah,
but-
who knew? See, I didn't know that until we watched it.
Well, I knew, I'd heard people say it. I just never watched Tremors to know to what degree they had. Yeah. You know what? I'm not doing anything, Dominique. I'm not giving it to you. I refuse. You know my stance on Dune. I'm just messing.
We'll do a lot of things for you guys.
But never watch Dune again. It is what it is. But yeah, so that I was reminded of The Mandalorian season 1 or season 2, episode 1 with this movie. So you get to this, so they have to get on top of the roof. And man, I didn't think the little girl would die, but man, your
Yeah.
heart kind of was like, oh, when the little
Yes.
girl's like on her pogo stick.
Yeah, it has her like she can't hear. She's
Yeah.
got the music in.
And that little girl, was that the little girl from Jurassic Park? She definitely looked like the little girl from Jurassic
She
Park.
did look just like her.
And of course, Kevin Bacon saves her because he's Kevin Bacon. So he's got to save the little girl. He saves her. And let's see, how many? I'm trying to think of the ways they
Live
take 'em
ones
out.
smell worse than dead ones. Oh yeah, because they keep making comments about like I'm like, gosh, this thing
Yeah, they must smell
really bad.
like awful, awful, totally terrible. They have to. Listen, we're glad for everyone who liked Dune.
Yes,
It just wasn't our cup of tea. That's all we're saying.
but we're happy you did.
Yes. And yes, I thought that was her. She just looked a little bit younger. So yeah.
I told you it was so her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as I saw her, I was like, that looks like the girl from Jurassic Park. But anyway.
Surprised you didn't like to.
You never know what we're gonna like or dislike. I mean, we really just kind of we truly are when it comes to movie reviews. We're like a box of chocolates.
We
You never
are.
know what you're gonna get.
You really don't. You just never know.
Even Yeti said that. He said, I still haven't figured out your taste of what you like or don't like. Yeah. But anyways, so so you get this final showdown. And they've got, let's see, they killed the one. How do they kill the second one? How does the second one get killed? My favorite killing, I think one of my favorite killings is
It's always a good way to start a sentence.
well, I mean, we're in the context that it's being
Right.
talked about. But one of my favorites is Reba McEntire and her husband because
Yeah, they were good, and
they were doomsday people. They were prepared. They were
were.
ready for like the end of the world, and they had food. They had ammunition. I mean,
were ready for anything.
they were like ready.
Literally anything.
They were ready to like for a small militia to give everyone a gun to take this thing out.
They were ready for otherworldly underground creatures.
They were.
They were set.
Yes, the first, yes, R to the icky. The first hits the cement wall, but how's the second one die? I can't remember how the second one dies.
Second one is killed by Reba and her husband.
Okay, that was my favorite. Because I really was like, oh man, I kind of felt like Reba and him might die. And then it was like, nope, side.
Yeah.
Like they just
I
kept
did
pulling out
too,
the
because
guns.
They really did build that suspense.
They
when
did.
They're on the phone. They're like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Get upstairs. And
then you hear it.
as
Boom.
the viewer, you're thinking, yeah, you idiots, you're gonna get killed. Go. And then it's like, no, like they got this.
Yeah. Oh, and then he
Like
gets
Reba doesn't play.
like they just keep going to different guns.
she was good. She was actually probably one of my favorites.
She
parts of
was.
the movie.
Yeah, she was one of my favorites. And I mean, that scene is both awesome and humorous just because of how many guns they keep getting off the wall to shoot this thing.
It's just like, and then I'm like,
And then he breaks the glass
like,
for the
where's-
special one.
where's the bazooka? And then it's like, maybe like I would have gone for that one first once I saw what I was up against.
Yeah, because the
but-
bullets for that gun that finally kills it are huge. I mean, she even gets a flare gun and shoots it with the flare gun. I mean, they try everything, but then boom, they get it and it's dead. And they really come in handy because without the two of them, as much as Kevin Bacon or Valentine and Earl are the heroes, and also Rhonda are the heroes, they're not making it out alive without Reba and her husband.
Yeah, I mean,
because-
they ended up being like a crucial part of this mission.
And this really is kind of it really is a team effort amongst the ones I just named.
Yeah,
Because
it really becomes an ensemble at that point
Yes,
on.
because Valentine, Rhonda, and Earl, they all play their part. Rhonda in kind of knowing what to do or not do. Oh, that's kind of funny when Kevin Bacon's like, "What do we do?" And she's like, "Why do you keep asking me?"
yeah, right. The college girl.
Yeah, like as if like this is some familiar situation that I'm in.
Probably because he just thinks she's like smart. And she's
Yeah.
gonna know all the answers.
And her intelligence does help them
Yeah.
out some.
It does.
Eh,
Definitely.
but then also just kind of the guys in a day where people like to talk about toxic masculinity, we've got to go with Valentine and Earl are I don't like that phrase in general, but they're like true, like what you think of masculinity. Like they're willing to run. Oh, we got to do the you know someone's got but
okay, one more time.
no one ever picks paper. I don't feel like
they did in that movie.
Did they pick paper?
Yeah. All right, let's do it again. What is this? What is this, Michelle?
I did a mix of paper and scissors. It was a combo deal. Okay, we'll do this again. Hello to Miss Marta Muse. Nice to see you.
All right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, our brains
All right.
synced up.
No!
I cover your eye.
No!
I win.
Gosh.
Michelle's very competitive. This is gonna be hard on her.
But that is how they were able to decide who was going to go get when they finally decide they can get this massive like tractor thing. It's not a tractor. What's it called? Well, it is kind of a tractor. You guys know what I'm talking about. But Kevin Bacon, that scene was intense.
Yeah.
When Kevin Bacon is running and boom, they come and they're like, he has to pause. She's like, stop.
Yeah.
And he has to pause, and it's just like it's right there, and it's like so close to him, and he's having to move his leg even to try to get out of the situation. And
That was intense.
yes, and of course they're able to get enough noise going elsewhere to where he can go get the bulldozer. Yes, thank you, the bulldozer to bring it to them, and that was cool. How they all hop on the bulldozer again. It's a team effort here.
It is.
And thank you, Miss Mara Muse,
Thank
for the
you very
99
much.
super sticker. Thank you for that.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And so that they're able to get that, and at which point they're able to pick up Reba McEntire and her husband, and they brought the bombs this time.
Yes.
They were like, don't bring.
They're packing some heat this time.
Yeah, they're like, never bring a knife to a bomb fight.
Oh, so then that part, everybody, exactly. Where the Kevin Bacon's like best friend, his life partner, basically, his bromance.
Yeah.
He like throws it in the mouth or whatever, and
Yes.
like gets it perfectly.
And you're like, yeah.
And this is like life or death. And then Kevin Bacon, out of pride, his character's like, let me try it this time. And it's like, maybe go with the guy that had success the first time. So of course he doesn't make it when he tries it the second time.
That's what I told Natalie. I was like, how
not
about
a time for pride.
I was like,
for ego.
When he just did it perfectly this time, why don't we just let him do that the second time? Let's not try to get someone else in here on this. Let's just let him do it. That would be better.
But he totally redeemed himself.
Oh my gosh. I heard Disney bought the rights to Tremors and are remaking it with Brie Larson and Melissa McCarthy. Please tell me, Cher Bear, please tell me you're joking. I can't tell if you're joking or this is reality because of how things go in Hollywood these days. I'm hoping that's a joke.
Brie Larson.
It would be a good joke. It would be a very sad day if that is true. And hello, Leia Rose. Nice to see you.
Hello.
And yes, Reba, firepower penetration. Natalie's 13-year-old mind kept laughing. I was like, Natalie.
I kept laughing because she kept saying about it, like, that's not going to penetrate it. What's his name? Is it Earl, her husband?
Yeah.
She's like, Earl,
No,
that's not.
No, Earl is Kevin
Oh, that's
Bacon's
right.
friend.
Yeah. I forgot what her husband's name is.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, she was big on that. Anyways.
But yes, so Kevin Bacon misses. Doesn't he miss? He misses, right?
He
No,
does.
the thing is smart. It throws it back at him.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, remember? It spits it back out towards them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then,
and they had to go hide because like then it was going to blow up there.
Yes. And then that's when Valentine, Earl, and Rhonda are all like out. Okay, first we've got to say the young kid who plays Melvin. It cracked me up when Reba's husband, he doesn't want to have to make a run for it. And he says, here, like he gives him a gun. And he's like, okay. And then when he's running, he tries to shoot and he realizes he didn't give him a loaded gun. He's like, made you run, didn't it?
Yeah, right.
That was pretty funny.
Old Melvin.
So then at the end of the movie, you've got Earl, Valentine.
Bye, Dominic. Thank you for being here.
Yes, see you, Dominic. And go watch Dune again, man. Go watch it.
Watch it for us.
Yes, watch it for us. That's exactly right. But anyways, let's see, Bert. Yeah, Bert is his name. Yeah, Bert gives him the gun. And anyways, so you've got the three of them out there and they know they've got to do something. And they're like, Kevin Bacon's got the one last bomb and they're like, throw it, throw it.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Bacon, in a stroke of genius, like jumps over it, and the thing just, I mean, it pulls the Thelma and Louise,
Yeah,
guys.
I didn't even
Boom.
see that coming. I was like, what is he doing? Why doesn't he throw
Oh,
it?
I saw it when they ran and they were at the cliff. It's like, it's going to go. Because they set that up with the first one dying by going through the concrete.
That's true.
Like, so it's like they're not very bright. They don't sense something that could kill them ahead.
Yeah.
Well, they are bright, but in that one.
But not in every way.
Yeah. They
Kind
have
of like people.
They have their faults, guys. They have their
Yeah.
failings and misgivings. But yeah, so it goes in the ground. It pulls the Thelma and Louise.
That's what I was trying to remember. He said some little comment like, can you fly? You know?
Yeah, can you
They
you fly?
can't. Thank goodness.
That comment made me laugh. That was good. I love that. And yeah, so they defeat all of them. And it felt very victorious. Like you're like,
did.
yes. Because I mean, again, this movie had done such a great job of setting up first just this feeling of claustrophobia in the sense like you're in this tiny town with nothing nearby, no way to get a hold of people. Then it sets it up even further by the fact that they keep getting put on smaller and smaller items. They go from being on top of the roof to being in the bulldozer to being on a rock. Like it just keeps getting smaller.
Seemingly impossible situations.
Yes. And for all of them to make it out, it was pretty awesome. Can you
No time to fly.
Yeah, there was no time to fly for that creature. It was done for. It was totally done for. But yeah, and then they win. And then Kevin Bacon's character finally, he struggles. You can tell he wants to make a move for Rhonda, but he wouldn't go for it. But then he finally gets the courage and he tracks her down and he gives her a big kiss, a big cowboy kiss.
Yes.
And you know what? I think
a big cowboy kiss.
I think he earned that kiss.
You know, because those are different.
It was a cowboy kiss, everyone. I'm not going to take that back. That's what it was. And anyways, I think he earned that kiss. You know what?
I think he did too.
Oh, and they definitely pull a Ripley because Kevin Bacon totally saves Rhonda's life when her leg gets trapped up, her pants get trapped up with the wire.
She's like, thanks for saving my life and stuff.
Yeah, and he's like, take your pants off. Like he rips her pants off and she's like,
she had the whitey tighties on.
She was pulling a Ripley, guys.
Apparently they were very popular at that time.
Well, I mean, Alien came out in the 70s.
But Alien, oh yeah, it was in the first one.
It was in the first one that she's in her whitey tighties.
Very ill-fitting underwear on.
But I think Rhonda's were a little better fitting.
Yeah.
She was rocking them a little better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rhonda's how you do a female character right. Yeah, she's a good.
She was a really good, a fun character, you know, lighthearted, but really smart.
Yes. Yeah. Well, pretty much like I said, and every character, even Melvin plays his role of being like the mess up, like Melvin and always like messing with people. Everyone plays their role, but definitely, I mean, there's pretty much 5 people who are really big MVPs because the main 2 are obviously Valentine and Earl. And then you've got, thirdly, Rhonda. And then you've got Reba McEntire and her husband. So you kind of have like 5 people who by the end of it really take on kind of again, it's a team effort, guys.
It is.
Without any one of those people, I don't know if they all would have made it out alive. That's all I'm saying in this situation. I feel like I have a hair in my mouth.
That's not pleasant. I hate when that happens. And then you can't ever find it. And then you're like sitting there going like this for 2 minutes.
We're good. We're
Been
good.
there.
We're good. I had to get that hair out of my mouth because it's disgusting. But yeah, so that's kind of the movie. So I mean, Natalie, do you want to summarize what you like about this movie?
Yes, I do, Michelle. I liked how fun this movie was. I liked the pace of it. I liked the stakes they were against.
Yeah.
I liked the relationships, especially between the 2 main guys.
It was the bromance.
The romance. I love that Kevin Bacon found a woman he didn't think he was looking for, but he ended up liking her than some of the bimbos of his past, you know, self-improvement, self-growth.
That's
I'm
true.
kidding on that one, but it is true, actually.
It is.
But so really good movie, really fun.
It was.
I'm really glad I saw it.
Yes, it was. And again, it was kind of like the Jaws of Nevada.
It was. It's true.
That's kind of what this movie was. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Kind of, I echo what she said. But again, they made the movie it was an hour and 36 minutes. It didn't need to be longer, but it was fast paced, fast hitting once it gets going. It doesn't take very long to get going. And it was just, as she said, it was a fun movie, a good comedic horror movie that keeps you on the edge of your seat once it gets going, and you're rooting for them. You're cheering of how are they going to get out, and it,
they're funny in the process.
They
so
are.
it's like
Yes.
It's a win-win.
Yes, and just like in Jaws when he shoots the tank and blows up the shark, and you're like yes, like you feel that way when that last one goes flying out into the
like the satisfaction.
Yes, yeah, you're like, yeah, can he fly? You're like, yes. It was a great moment. I really loved it. This movie is perfection. This movie, I mean, it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It is. And again, I feel like it's one of these movies that if I watched a second time, I'm going to laugh even more at some of the one-liners that are being delivered throughout this movie, because there's
a lot.
There's a lot of one-liners throughout this movie that are
very like quick wit.
It is. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to be watching any of the others. You guys let us know if any of the other Tremors are any good. I have a feeling that this is probably the only one worth our time. But
and Eric, yes, we are sisters, and glad you're here.
Oh yeah, we are. We are sisters. We are. And thank you for stopping by. But yeah, so Natalie, let's rate Tremors. We guys, most of the people don't in our chat, but Eric, we do. We rate on a hoot system.
We do. 5
being the most hoots that they can get. So, Natalie, how many hoots?
The moment has come.
How many hoots does Tremors get for you?
For the level of fun and laughs and a little bit of suspense, I give it 5 hoots. I don't know why I did 10. I just meant 5.
You give it 5 hoots?
I give it 5 hoots. It's 5 hoots for me. Hoots across the board.
Natalie gave it a perfect score, guys.
I did. I thought for the kind of movie it is, or what they were going for, I think it was so much fun.
Now, I don't know how many times Natalie's given a movie a perfect score.
I think only one other time, and that was A Quiet Place too. I mean, totally different kind of movie.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to give this movie, I'm going to give it, deciding between let's see. I'm trying to decide how many hoots. Natalie gave it 5.
Oh, Cher's giving it 5, Shell. Marcos is giving it 5.
I'm going to go 4.5 hoots.
Don't let us down, Shell.
I went 4.5 hoots.
Oh, Shell. Well, I respect your decision, whatever it may be.
You know what? If I watch it again,
friends don't always agree.
If I watch, or sisters, whatever. If I watched it again, Cher Bear and Marcos, it may go up to 5. Because again, I told you that this is a movie that if I'm sure the comedy is going to catch me even more the second time. So this is a movie that probably would go up to 5 hoots if I rewatch it. But right now,
we'll get her there.
I'm giving it 4.5 hoots. Grant Albert, he's going a hoot over the hoot system. He's going to 6.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Sometimes I give things 7 hoots.
5.
You know?
5. Man, we're getting 5s across the board. I like it. But I really did. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm glad you guys recommended it. This was a movie that you all recommended. I believe Cher Bear and a few others of you recommended this movie. And I'm glad I watched it. Somehow, again, our brother Michael, good old Michael. Let's biological sisters. No, biological sisters. Oh, Marcos is giving me my score. 4.5 hoots. That's right. Yes, I really enjoy this movie. It's a type movie you don't see many of. So there's a uniqueness to this movie that I really appreciate and that I enjoyed watching. Yeah, I wish they could kind of make, that's really a genre that I wish people could tap into a little more.
Because it's so much fun.
Yeah, like a true horror comedy. It's a fun genre when you mix the suspense and the horror with
some
comedy.
Good laughs mixed in.
Yeah, that was good. But I really enjoyed it. Let's see, 5 hoots and for 5 Chrissy Mears falling off her chairs. Yes. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, guys. Critical Drinker has a pretty good
He
review.
has a pretty good review of most
Yeah,
things.
he does.
The guy's hilarious.
He is. He's pretty funny.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I watch all of his videos. I don't have notifications turned on, but I end up watching
Yeah,
them
you
all.
do.
Okay,
Just be honest.
I watch them all. That's how it goes. This movie is so fun and scary. A perfect '90s classic. 5 hoots. This movie really is a great '90s movie, and you can tell so early '90s. Like it felt like
Yes.
it still has kind of an '80s feel because it's 1990.
Right.
In fact, it came out it would have been filmed in the '80s because it came out in January of 1990.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it is a fun. I enjoyed it. Kevin Bacon supposedly didn't have a good time making the first Tremors. That's why he doesn't come back for the sequels. Well, it probably was hot where they were.
I would imagine so, yeah.
It looked like it would be a little bit hot.
Kev was not down for that.
Let's see. There's a great documentary on the official Tremors YouTube called Making Perfection. Oh yeah, I would definitely check that out. Yeah,
I
that'd
like
be
stuff
fun.
like that.
Let's see. Next upcoming 2001 movie you're reviewing live like this. I don't know, because a lot of times we save our live movies for like past movies. So because you guys have been able to see it.
Occasionally we've done like a new movie that's come out live stream discussion.
We have not as much because with the reason we do live discussion with old movies is the people who've seen it have already seen it. Like they've had plenty of time. You've had since 1990 to see this movie.
We're not going to spoil anything.
Yeah, you've either seen it or you haven't. So I just find more people can kind of join in on the chat. But occasionally, Eric, we do live discussions of new movies. And in fact, Eric, I don't know if you saw or you liked, we just did a Ghostbusters review, but I did a live 1.5-hour discussion with
not my best work, by the way. I was very tired.
You weren't on this. I did
okay.
a live 1.5-hour discussion on Odin or OMD reviews. So I may need to link that below later. But yes, we did. So that was a new movie we did. And anyways, guys, so again, we are supposed to have probably within the next 7 days, we should have, you guys will be able to watch us watching this movie live as we were watching it for the first time and see all of our reactions as these different things happen and what we had to say as we were watching it. That should be out again in the next 7 days. And then
yeah, I think that'll be cool. We've never done a video like that before, so it's our first time doing it, but I think it's going to be fun.
Yes, it should definitely be fun.
Brett.
And we'll let you guys know. We're going to get back to doing these more and more. I would like to be able to do at least one a month live discussion of a first watch movie that we have watched that time. So we'll decide what our next one's going to be, but you guys picked well with Tremors.
You did.
Bye
R to the Icky.
Yes, see, we had a good time with this. And I just want to wish, before we get off, I want to wish everyone, this is kind of replacing our weekly roundup. There will be no weekly roundup this week. And I just want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with loved ones or whatever it is you're doing on Thanksgiving.
Or Friendsgiving or whatever it is.
Yes, but take time to be thankful this Thanksgiving, to have an appreciative heart for everything that you have. It's always good. And anyways, guys, that's it for our Tremors live discussion. The chat has been awesome. I've enjoyed.
Always, you guys are awesome.
And thank you for being patient with us. Usually we don't start out like have to wait
pixelated.
Like we don't have to wait 8 minutes. And my mind's like, oh my gosh, can this get fixed? Yeah, to get going in a movie. So
but a Thanksgiving miracle happened.
Yes, we apologize about that, but thank you for hanging around. And you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right, bye guys.